Hi everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Can you all see me? Can you all hear me? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me share. What's up, everybody? Okay, so I've shared. I hope you all can see me very well. How you guys enjoying the holidays here in Nigeria? For me, I've been relaxing. Okay, you can see that I'm looking fresh. I relaxed the whole of today. I didn't go out. I didn't go anywhere. I just, took out time to relax and clear my head. Okay, so I have today, tomorrow, holidays, Muslim holiday here in Nigeria. It's the Ramadan, end of the Ramadan season, so we're enjoying ourselves. We are having fun. Most importantly, having family time. That is the most important thing right now. Like seriously, being with your family, enjoying the whole holiday period and all. All right, so let me start off. I've shared the video, shared the live stream rather. All right, so please like the live stream when you're coming in, like this live stream, okay? So the title states that Miss Universe Somalia Khadijah Omar changed religion for pageantry. All right, so let's analyze. I was walking on the streets of course, now you know that as a pageant analyst, I have to, you know, look at what is happening. I have to know what is happening. I have to make sure that I'm current with the latest happenings, the latest gist in the pageant industry. Okay, so I came across this post by Miss Universe for Somalia. I think she represented Somalia last year in Miss Universe in Mexico. All right, so she made a post recently. I think it was during her birthday. She made this post on her birthday. She said that okay, so oh, what is that? Where is that stuff? All right, Khadijah Omar. She's made a post. She said, you guys know her now. She's used to wearing this hijab. Okay, she's used to wearing the hijab, and she made a post recently, specifically on the 5 days ago, on the 21st of March. She made this post. She was like, I think it was on her birthday because you look at the post, she made it on her birthday, and she said, over the past few months, I have taken time to reflect on my journey, on the growth, the challenges, and the evolution of who I am. Being Miss Universe Somalia and representing Somali girls in pageantry has been one of the greatest honors of my life. I will forever be grateful for the support I've received from from my community and the chance to open doors that were once closed to us. All right, so today I'm sharing a very personal decision. Okay, she said she's sharing a very personal decision, meaning that she has made up her mind. She said, I have chosen to no longer wear the hijab. This choice did not come easily. It came after years of trying my best, facing internal battles, and still holding deep respect for what the hijab represents. But I've come to a place where I'm ready to embrace growth, change, and do what feels true to me in this season of life. To every Somali girl, every hijabi girl, your journey is yours alone. How you choose to dress or show up in the world is completely your decision, and no one else. I see. Okay, no one else's. Okay, I see you, I love you, and I always stand for your right to choose for yourself. Thank you. So. All right, so this was the post she made, and a lot of persons were like what's happening? Like, what informed her to make this decision? Because you guys remember that she went on to represent Somalia in last year's Miss Universe, and she wore the hijab. She wore the hijab, and why changing her mind now that she's done with the pageant? Because for me, I feel like probably she wants to participate in another pageant, and she doesn't want that whole hijabi look. She wants to change her look. Like she said, she has made this decision after fighting internal battles. What are the internal battles that she fought? Okay, let's analyze this particular decision, because to me, I felt like if you want to stick with your religion, I think you should stick with your religion. If it affects pageantry, if there's a conflict with pageantry, of course, pageant nowadays, they accept women with hijab, they accept women with, you can cover up, you can still wear a bikini and look good, you can still come out with your hijab and still participate in the pageant. So pageant these days, it doesn't really streamline you, or it doesn't really limit you to your own religious beliefs, unlike before that, a lot of hijabi girls don't participate in pageants, especially Miss Universe. And you guys remember that, Khadijah participated in Miss World as well, and she wore her hijab. I think she placed. She placed in Miss World. I don't know if she placed, and she actually placed. She placed in Miss Universe. At this point, I don't know if she placed in Miss Universe. So I don't know. I don't think she placed in Miss Universe, but I think in Miss World she did very well in Miss World. So for her to change her decision on the hijab, it's conflicting with the pageant, with the system. I just want us to analyze this issue. What do you guys think? If you want to call in, let me know. If you want to join the show, let me know. I would paste the link on the comment section. So let's discuss this issue. Like, what do you guys think? So what do you guys think about this decision of Khadijah? For me, personally, it's your own decision. You understand? If you decide not to go with hijab, it should be a decision. It's a personal decision. I'm not against it, but I feel like there were some issues that actually made her change her mind on wearing the hijab. Like she mentioned, she has internal battles. She has a lot of things going on. So I still feel like if at all there's going to be a change, it should be probably because she wants to participate in a pageant and the pageant does not accept hijab. But you guys know that Miss Universe accepts hijab. In fact, she's not the first person to wear hijab in Miss Universe now. So that's not a reason why, and the pageant has ended. So what informed her decision at this time to not wear the hijab? So for me, I think that pageantry has evolved over time. So it's not like, oh, girls that wear hijab, they are not giving that visibility, or um they're not giving a fair judgment when it comes to pageantry. I still feel like there's a lot of beautiful girls that wear hijab that actually participate in pageant. If you look at the last pageant held in Mexico, no, was it Mexico or El Salvador? I think what's her name, Miss Pakistan, a Muslim country. She got to the top 30. It's like evolving right now. So it must not, even if you're wearing hijab, it doesn't stop you from being recognized in the pageant scene. It doesn't stop you from making an impact in the pageant scene. It doesn't stop you from the judges or the organizers from giving you a fair chance amongst the other girls. So, or amongst the other ladies. All right. So I feel like it's a chance. It's not as if probably they're doing it because she's doing it because she wants to participate in the pageant. I think she's doing it for her own personal reasons, like you mentioned, her own personal reasons. And that's what I say when it comes to religion and pageantry. They are two different ball games. Okay. pageantry these days have evolved, like I said, so they accept people, persons with hijab. It's not unlike those days where hijabi ladies are not allowed to to participate in pageant. So I want to know the reason why. If you guys know the reason why you think she changed her mind from wearing hijab to not wearing hijab. Personally, she looks good though. She looks good without the hijab. Oh. But you know, when you have a signature look, it's different. Like I was seeing her in a different light. You know, when I saw her picture without hijab, she looks different. You know, that her signature look was what actually defined her. You know, she looks different, and although she's beautiful, but still feel like that hijab is what gave her that signature look. It's what made her stand out amongst the other girls. That's what I think. That's my own opinion on this matter. So if you have a contrary opinion, let me know. What are your opinion on this issue? Because for me, she still looks beautiful without the hijab, but what actually informed her decision on her birthday, to change. Hmm. So I want to read some of the comments that I saw on that. I want to read the comment that I saw. Somebody said, Khadijah, we love you. Where is your hijab? Where's your hijab? That's your identity. You threw it in the bin already. Really? So, like I was saying, that hijab was her identity. It was something that actually stood her out amongst the other girls. So, like somebody was saying here that she threw her identity away. Hello, Mr. Xavier. Good evening, sir. You're welcome to this live show. So, what do you think about this particular issue? Because this person's comment actually struck me, because I said it before now that hijab was her identity, something that we already know her for. So now changing and looking different, I don't know. It's kind of like that uniqueness is no longer there. Davia said, I agree that her covering and giving her a distinct, divine, good, nurtured kind. Exactly. She had this very divine, different look. She had this distinct look from the other girls. So anyway, without hijab, she looks beautiful, but I still feel like that hijab was her signature look. It give her identity more than what's happening right now. I said I also believe that she's trying to cave out her inches in terms of her makeup, but the hijab did not really stop her from having a clean makeup look. If you look at her pictures without and with the hijab, it even made her look more beautiful, because the hijab actually brought out her face, brought out her features. Because when you are wearing the hijab now, you are covering your hair, so it gives more focus to your face, to your facial features. So now without the hijab, she looks kind of different. The emphasis is not on the hair. The emphasis is now on the other parts. It's not really on her face. So that the hijab actually gave her that distinct look. But at the same time, it's her decision. She had her own, like I said, like she mentioned, she had internal battles, and there was a long, um, how would I put it? Like she actually fought a lot of things to finally come up with that decision. Okay, so it was not really a decision that was made in a haste. She took her time to make that decision. All right. So what do you guys think? Do you think that, like Mr. David was saying now, he said he believes that the hijab gave her this distinct look. So without the hijab, she does not really have an identity, like the identity, like the distinct, how do I put it, like that distinct. Okay, what makes her different from the others, which is the hijab, is no longer there. So Mr. Xavier is saying that, oh, he supports the fact that she should go back to wearing the hijab. Abi, am I right or wrong? Please, oh, if I'm not on the path, or if I don't, if what I'm saying does not resonate with you, please let me know. That part you talked about makeup, I felt like that makeup part, it doesn't really stop her from making up, because you can also cover up your face, your hair with, it will also, it doesn't stop her from making up. It actually brought out her face. That's what I think. It brought out her face. He said it might speak a lot of opera in the society with young girls who would have looked upon her as a role model, while religious organizations still believe that a beauty pageant creates moral decay. Yes, the truth of the matter is that a lot of persons are saying that why did she throw away identity? Because she's what is like a role model to Somalian girls or other girls that wear hijab, So most of them feel like, oh, if I'm wearing hijab, if she can wear hijab, meaning that I can wear hijab and do anything that I want. Okay, she's more or less like a role model. But right now that she has changed, so how would the other girls that have been looking upon her as a role model, how would they be able to take it? Like, how would they act, or how would they react now that their role model is no longer wearing the hijab? All right, so let me go through most of the comments um, that were made. Okay, somebody said, I respect your decision. You did what was best for you. But for someone like me who started observing hijab from the age of 24 and has been navigating her engineering career in a male-dominated field and in a corporate world, I often felt judged and deemed for how I looked or carried myself. Your presence as the first hijabi on a global platform known for showcasing beauty and bodies challenged the stereotype, and it gave me hope that we can do it with or without hijab. But today you made me realize that we can't. Hijab can only take you so far. Beyond a point, it clashes with your worldly desires and chases, clouds your dreams, and stops you from being unstoppable. I now know the world will never be fair to me. I will never achieve much with my hijab on. Can you imagine someone is already feeling down just by the singular act of the decision that she made. So like I said, she's already a role model to a lot of girls, and with this decision of hers, it's gonna dash the hope of these girls. It's gonna dash the hope of these girls. You understand? It's gonna dash the hope of these girls. So for me, I still felt like she that decision would have been made, you know, after the whole. I don't know, Sha. For me, it's a decision. I'm not telling her what to do. Sorry, guys. Please don't misinterpret me. Okay? I'm not telling her what to do. I don't have a right to tell her what to do. I'm just analyzing the situation that must have informed that decision to change. Okay, that is just it. Because I know that she's an adult. She has a right to make her own decision. We don't have a right to control what she says or what she does. So she has a right to do whatever pleases her. But at the same time, some other ladies look up to her as a role model, and when somebody that is being looked up as a role model deviates from what they are being known for, the other persons, they will deviate as well. So she's now saying that the persons that are wearing hijab, she has made them to lose, she has made their hopes, she has dashed their hopes. She has dashed their hopes because most of them, they look forward to her. They look at her as a role model. They see her as someone that, oh, if this person can do it, I can do it with hijab. So now somebody was making a comment saying that, oh, you have made me realize that this hijab will not take us far or something. It doesn't really, in as much as some persons supported her, some persons were not happy with her decision. Somebody now said, let me read this comment. Somebody said, I liked you better with your hijab on. Followed you because of that. I felt you gave a voice and hope to either little Muslim girls who are proud of their hijab and their beliefs. Oh well, unfollowed. You can imagine somebody else unfollowed her because of the same issue. Okay, so I feel like people should respect people's decision. For the fact that she made the decision does not mean that you should unfollow her. It's her choice. It's her decision at the end of the day. Her decision supersedes whatever we are saying or whatever we think. It's a free world. You don't decide or determine what the path that people choose to take at the end of the day. We can only come here and analyze and know the reason why she did it. But at the same time, I'm not against her decision. I feel like she has a right to do whatever she wants at this point. Okay, so what do you guys think about this issue? What do you guys think? For those of you that are watching this live stream, what are your own opinion? What are your thoughts about this particular issue? Because for me, religion and pageantry, there's a thin line that separates them. Because right now, like I said before in this beginning of the live stream, pageantry now has evolved over time. It has really, really evolved. So there's room for a lot of ladies right now, even despite your religious background. Miss Universe has made it very, very easy. Miss World has made it very, very easy for you to participate in your hijab. Okay, so fine. What other thing do you think? What other decision or what other influence do you think supported that decision? Because pageantry right now and religion, would I say there's a conflict? Of course, there's a conflict, but not as much as before. The conflict between pageantry and religion is not as much as before. It was very difficult to, if you are wearing hijab, you cannot participate. There was a limit to girls wearing hijab or ladies wearing hijab. But right now, it's open. Okay, there's not much limit. But I know that there are still some religious stereotypes or religious beliefs that actually um, um, that don't welcome pageantry. There's some religion that will not allow their members to participate in pageants. It's against their religion. Even in as much as we are saying, oh, it's a free world now, there are still some religion that don't accept pageantry. And when you're going into such pageants, you have to, you can't even wear bikini now because your religion will not accept it. But now religion accept what they call it, Miss Universe and Miss World. They accept. I think Miss World doesn't do bikini anymore. But Miss Universe, you can go with your bikini that's covered up. That's the cover up of the bikini, and you still be judged fairly with those that wore the usual and normal bikini. Okay. They said human rights cannot be violated, but she will have to struggle with it the rest of her days. Okay, her human rights cannot be violated. Exactly. Now she has a human right to do that. She has a right to do what she wants to do because it's a human right. It's a free world. But in as much as we are still saying it, some religions still don't support changing your styling just because you want to fit into society. So I really want to know what actually informed her decision. Is that she wants to change, and become like what is happening in society, or she just, because for me, I don't see any reason why I should change your beliefs. Anyway, I feel like she has her reasons. Probably she felt like this was the perfect time for her to do that, you know. But at the same time, a lot of Somali girls that are looking up to her, they will feel disappointed. They will feel disappointed. They will feel like, oh, this is our role model. you know, she's not she has deviated from what we know her for. You know, that's what I think. So if you're going to rewatch this live stream, please let us know your opinion on this. Let us know your thoughts and opinion on this. And what do you guys think about the decision of Miss Universe Somalia Khadijah Omar? What do you guys think? In as much as she has a right to make her own decision, but I still felt like there's a lot of girls that, you know, are looking up to her as a role model, are looking up to her as someone that, you know, as that they look up to. A lot of hijabi girls are looking up to her, but right now she has let them down. In as much as it's a personal decision, but I feel like there's a lot of persons that are not really happy with her decision because, you know, they followed her because of that, they like her because of that. So giving up her signature look, it's a whole lot. I feel like there's something that really informed her decision. It must be a major thing or a major reason that made her to change her styling. So if you're watching and you have a personal opinion, please comment down below. If you don't have any opinion, I would end the live stream at exactly 30 minutes because I have other things to do. All right, so thank you all for joining me. Let's get your opinions. Let's interact. So far, so good. It's only Mr. Xavier that's making his own input. And I have about 4 persons watching me. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Before we end the live stream, what do you think? Okay, I have a new comment here. It said it's just because her participation and acceptance in a beauty pageant was groundbreaking. Then changing from it seemed disappointing. Exactly. It seemed disappointing. Very, very, very disappointing. I know that a lot of persons will not really be happy with that, you know, with her decision to change her mind because, like some commenters, I think one of the commenters said that the reason why she even followed her in the first place was because of the hijab. So now she's going to follow her, you know. So it's kind of disappointing, but in as much as we are looking at the disappointing side of it, I think that she's free to make her own decision. It's a free world. She knows why she made the decision. That is just the major reason, or what we should be looking at. The reason why she made the decision. She must have, you know, had a lot of thing going on in her life, and she wanted to, you know, take the route of peace, take the route of change, take the route of happiness. So probably that's why she chose to change her look, you know, because most times probably it's not something that, you know, when you're born into that kind of background, you know, just have to go with what is happening. But I still felt like she wanted freedom. You know, this is more or less like she just wants her freedom, you know, and she's free to make her decision. Okay, so that's what I was saying in this particular live stream. If you are watching, please comment down below. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this particular issue? What do you guys think? When you're watching, comment down and let us know your thoughts, okay? Because I'm ending the live stream very, very soon. Nobody wants to call in. If you want to call in, I would have just said, okay, let me just give 10 minutes for those of you that want to, maybe probably you want to come in live, or I don't think there's time for that right now. So I'll end the live stream very, very soon, okay? Anyway, I wish her all the best, probably going forward in her career, because I don't know if she's going to go into pageant again or she's just ending her pageant career. At this point, I don't know her decision in terms of her pageant career, but I still felt like for her to change her mind, I'm suspecting probably she wants to go for another pageant. That's my own suspicion. When I read the way I read the tune in which she wrote that message, it felt like she wanted to contest for another pageant and she needed to change her looks to suit that particular pageant. That is what came to my mind immediately I read that message. See, I don't see Miss Imo as the most active Miss World Nigeria. In fact, that one is another issue. It's an issue for another day. So far, so good. I've been trying to follow her on social media, yet I've not seen her on social media. I don't know. Maybe if you can see her social media handle, please forward to me or send to me. But I don't think she has been so active. Like she has not really been active since the beginning of camp. But they're always fronting her. There's a video that they posted recently about this Shante. Yeah, it was today they posted it. They're talking about what your mother once said, in celebration of Mother's Day. And she was number one contestant that said her talked about what her mother once said. I was like, why is this organization pushing this girl forward, yet she's not even active on her social media? Why are they doing that? Anyway, maybe that's another topic for another day, but let me just brush on it a little bit so that I will not, at least for the purpose of those that are going to be rewatching. You guys know that I'm covering the Miss World Nigeria pageant, so that is what I'm focusing on for this week. We have the grand finale this Friday, so hopefully it's going to be all about Miss World this week. Sorry, Miss World Nigeria this week. So coming back to your comment, I felt like she's not the most active contestant at all. Like, I don't really know why she's not really been active. She's just kind of laid back. Is it that she's not sure about this pageant or what? Like, was she forced to come in? I expected her to be, vocal on social media, post a lot, do a lot of post, her activities, everyday activities. At least give us snippets of her journey. Because I felt like, she's roommate to Miss Edo, but I've not been seeing much of her. Miss Edo has been posting. In fact, she's a standout for today. So what's happening to Miss Imo? Why is she not posting? She's very, very withdrawn. Chidima had the same attitude and she won. Anyway, like I said, it's not about being withdrawn. It's about showing yourself out there. Because this is a pageant. And being withdrawn will not give you the visibility that you want. Except probably they've promised her the crown and she just relaxed. Because she felt like, at the end of the day, why would I be disturbing myself? After all, they will give me the crown now. Make her go relax, make her rest. Is that how it's supposed to be? For a beauty queen that has international experience. Coming back from Miss Earth, Miss Earth is not a small pageant. Miss Earth is a Grand Slam pageant. I expected her to do more than the other girls or the other ladies. I expected her to be, out there, let her social media handle be bubbling. But nothing is being done. So I don't know. At this point, it's sad. It's sad that, it's still the same. We're still getting the same thing that happened in Miss Universe. We're expected to see it play in the Miss World as well. It's a very controversial situation. I'm so disappointed in the organizers of this pageant because it shows that it's not. I don't know. At this point, I don't know, because it's so disappointing. I'm even disappointed in her because as a beauty queen that has represented the country internationally, I expected her to do more. I expected her to be much more organized than the other ladies. She's not posting her daily activities. She's not even on social. She's not giving us the vibe that she's ready for Miss World. Because let me tell you, in as much as we are praying for the crown our Miss World Nigeria, they're also preparing low-key for Miss World pageant. You understand me? They're also preparing for Miss World pageant as well, because it's the same energy you're going to take from this camp to the Miss World pageant. It's the same energy, because the pageant is very close now. So if you are withdrawn, that means you're going to go to Miss World withdrawn as well. which is not going to help matters at all. So I think she was advised not to do so. It does not clash with the pictures of her miss. Oh, really? They will be at the beach tomorrow, and the other ladies will outshine her in bikini and fine. Hey, God. I'm looking forward to that show, the bikini show. Are they going to do a show at the beach? Are they going to do it? Now, wow. Anyway, no wahala, Sha. I'm here. I'm going to see how it goes. I'll try as much as possible to cover up that event. But the last comment you made about Miss Supranational, like, how does it concern Miss World Nigeria? Miss Supranational was in Zimbabwe now. Miss Supranational Zimbabwe, how does it concern Miss World Nigeria? So is that how she behaved in Miss Supranational Zimbabwe? Is that how she was behaving in that pageant? Why is she not bringing the same energy to this pageant? It's not fair at all. It's not fair. That's what I can say at this point. It's not fair. If she knows that she wants to really win the crown on a meritorious ground, or she wants to show that she merits the crown, then she should be active now. Show us what you are made of. Let us see what you are made of. But this Awujon attitude, it doesn't really make sense at all. For me, I don't know about you guys. For me, I think that it's not by withdrawing or whatever that you win the contest. It's not by withdrawing. So that's all I can say, Sha. I'm looking forward to that beach event tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting, right? Let me see who has the fine shape, the bikini skin. What's this again? The body, yes, the body for the bikini. I'm looking forward to that show tomorrow. Olivia said, just saying, it's just the rubbish the organization is feeding us. Even though it's stable, casted, just work hard for it as well with a series of pride. It's so sad at this point that they are still. I don't know. Let me save my strength for tomorrow. Let me save my strength for tomorrow. I don't want to stress myself too much. Let me save my strength for tomorrow. But I'm really, really disappointed in Shirley's behavior. I felt like she would, or she should, be very, very active on social media, irrespective of the fact that whether she came from Supranational Zimbabwe. I don't care. That's a separate pageant. That's a separate pageant. You have to show yourself. You have to be out there. This is Miss World Nigeria pageant, the big pageant for that matter. Miss World is the biggest pageant in the world. Like, it's the first. It's a Grand Slam pageant, and it's currently #1 in the world. So I don't know why she's just trying to, like, is she trying to look down on the organization? What does she mean by that? She's trying to look down on the organization. Said Osho, Anambra, Abuja, they are bikini ready. Okay. Osho, Anambra, Abia, Abuja, they are bikini ready. Okay, no problem. We are waiting for them. We are waiting for them to showcase what they got in the bikini tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that event, though. I know that it's going to be very, very interesting. So, anyway, no wahala. I'll be here covering the event as well. God willing, I try as much as possible to film my standouts in the bikini. I don't know how they're going to do the show. The organizers now, the way they do their own thing. I don't know how they're going to do the show. Are they going to broadcast it, or they're going to just give us the snippets as usual? All right, so no wahala. Let's see who is going to be our standout for tomorrow in the bikini, and also, general standouts as well. So they will have head-to-head challenge. Oh, really? Are you serious? That's good though. That's a good one. But with this short period of time, are they sure they're going to be able to film everything and post in real time? Would they be able to film everything and post in real time? He said, I believe they would have given her the question ahead. Well, of course, they would have given her the question ahead. Because if it's a head-to-head challenge, the girls should know what they're expecting, the kind of questions they're expecting, so that at least they can, be they won't be caught unawares. Okay, so it's a good one. I really love the fact that they're incorporating the head-to-head challenge in the national pageant, because at least that will give us an insight on what to expect. With the contestants and the Miss World pageant. Whoever wins, at least we already know if they are good with the head-to-head challenge or not. Okay, so it's a good one by the organizers. I wish and pray that they try to post the videos in real time. All right. Okay, everyone, I'm going to end the live stream here. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you all tomorrow, same time. Yeah, Miss Ghana had it done. Okay, that's good. So I'll see you all tomorrow, same time. Thank you all for joining me. Bye. I have to rush and do some other things, okay? So hopefully tomorrow I'll see you all same time. Bye.